Okay, guys. So in this video, I'm going to do a recap of the first lessons to the present one. So we're going to do a recap from what is the brief introduction to HTML and to the present lesson we are in, which is basic tags in HTML. So we talked about HTML. We said HTML. The full meaning of HTML is hypertext markup language. HTML, since it was invented, has various versions, and HTML5 is the current version, which was developed in 2014. So people around the world are still using HTML5 up to now. Okay, so we said that if we want to write HTML documents, all we need is a text editor, a web browser, and common sense. We need common sense and determination. So that is basically what you need to write HTML. You don't need any big softwares or any large company to write HTML. You can use your phone. Not to exaggerate, but you can also use your tiny phone, all those small Nokia Touch, so you can also use it. Okay, so let's dive into our HTML document. So just like a text document that has a .txt, just like this one has a .txt. So anytime you're saving HTML documents, you save them as .html instead of .txt. Just like your videos have .mp4, your audios, that is your music, have .mp3, your pictures have .jpg. That is how it's supposed to be. So those things are called file extension format. It tells whatever software or application or program that is reading that file what type of file it is. So if the program is reading this .txt file, it will say this is a text document, let me read it as a text document. If it is an mp4 file, it will say this is a video file, let me read it as a video file. You understand? So that is what those file extension formats essentially does for us. Okay, so let's create our first HTML document. As you can see, this interface is the TrebEdit app. See, it's the TrebEdit app. So let's create our first HTML document. So create it using this plus button. Click on new file. Then let's call it index.html. Why would I call it index.html? You can name it whatever you want. You can put your name, like my name is Dewey. I can put maybe.html. So I just chose to name it index.html. It's my choice. You can name it anyhow you want, but make sure it has that .html at the ending, and make sure it's showing this angular bracket sign here. Click on save. Now, what should we do first? Let's include the basic tags of the HTML document. So the first basic tag we talked about was the doctype tag. What does the doctype tag do? The doctype tag essentially tells the web browser or the IDE, because TrebEdit is an IDE, an integrated development environment. So it tells it that this HTML document has been written in the latest version of HTML, which is HTML5. That is basically what that is. Once the browser just sees this as your first line, once the browser sees this in the first line of your HTML document, okay, this is not our HTML document. Let's click don't save. Let's open our HTML document and remove this. Okay, as you can see, TrebEdit has shown us an option of HTML snippet. So if you click on that, you will see the basic structure of an HTML. Like, not really the basic, because this meta tag for a basic web page, this meta tag is not really needed for a basic web page for beginners, and this is not really needed. So this is the basic structure of a web page. So this first line, we can type this all by ourselves, but that is why TrebEdit's HTML snippet is here for us. It gives us the basic structure. Then we can add whatever we want, like that's lang equals to en. We can also add that meta tag back if we want. So that is what they are trying to say, that this is the basic structure, that is the skeleton of an HTML document. Without this, it cannot function. Okay, so the first tag is the doctype HTML. So you can see that tag there. Once your HTML document is loaded by a web browser or an IDE, The first thing it search for is that tag. Look at that tag there as an ID card for an HTML document. If the web browser or the IDE checks the ID card, it looks for the version. So it's if you see this keyword there, exclamation mark dot type HTML, it tells that IDE or web browser that wow, this HTML document has been written in HTML5. So the next tag there is the HTML tag. The HTML tag encloses the HTML tag encloses the whole HTML documents. So it encloses the head tag and the body tag. And the head tag and the body tag are direct children of this HTML tag. What do I mean by direct children? Direct children are tags that inside come directly inside another tag. So if I do this like if I impute this like this, even if we leave like this, still the same thing, but just for structural purposes. Okay, so if we do this like this, we can say that this p tag is a direct child of the body tag. But if I put something like this inside the p tag, okay, so this tag, please don't mind me taking my time to type. I'm not using the daily free access in the TribeEdit app that will give me all these shortcuts. So I will activate that later, but I hope you have activated it and it's easy for you. So this tag here, this tag we just added, the I tag, that is the italics tag, we'll talk about it later. This italics tag is not the direct child of the body tag because it's not directly inside the body tag. But if it were to be like this, you can say the italics tag is a direct child of the body tag. But as it was previously, let's undo that. As it was previously, we can say that the italics tag is a direct child of the p tag. So that is what this direct child means. And all this putting a HTML tag inside another HTML tag is known as HTML nesting. So that is what it simply means. You nest. It's good to nest your HTML document. It gives it a good organization and a good feel for people that are scrolling through it to understand it perfectly. So anytime there's an exercise in this class, I would I would judge based on this and some other things too. I would judge based on your organization. So the next tag is the head tag. The head tag is the direct child of the HTML tag, and it contains information that is not displayed on the web page. For example, the page title there, that page title there, it is not going to be displayed on the web page. It's not going to be displayed on the web page because it is not inside the body tag. It is the body tag that contains information that is displayed on the web page. So you can see everywhere is still white. There's nothing to be put inside. So that title tag there simply tells the web browser that hey, the whatever is inside this tag is going to be what is going to be put in the web browser window of the web page. What do I mean by web browser window of the web page? What I mean is that this place, the top. Okay, so what I mean is this place, that page title there, that is the web browser window of the web page. So you can simply call it browser window of the web page, or a pages browser window. So anyhow you call it, just make sure that you know that it is a browser window. So whatever is put in that title tag is going to be displayed on the browser window and not on the web page because it's inside the head tag. Okay, so the next tag is the body tag. So the body tag encloses HTML elements or things that are going to be displayed on the web page. So let me put that p tag again, and this time I'll include something in it. Okay, so let's include some dummy text. A dummy text is simply a lorem ipsum text. A lorem ipsum text is a widely used dummy text type, which was developed like in the 90s or 60s. I think so. I don't know, 90s or 60s. I don't know, but it's a very long time since it was developed and it has been used very well in web development. Oh, and it is a premium service too, so I can't use it for now. I'll use it later. Okay, so let's just include some little text. World, hello world. So as you can see, it has been displayed in the web page and not on the browser window because it has been included in the body tag. So that is what the body tag does. The body tag contains information displayed on the web page. Okay, so let's do something. TITL, let's turn this p tag into a title tag and see what happens. As you can see, it has been removed from the web page, meaning that it is not normal. Yes, it's not normal because you cannot have two title tags in an HTML document, because the first one that you included will be the one that will be used, the second one will be ignored. Okay, so how about we remove this one? Let's remove it and run this again. So as you can see, the title tag that we included in the body tag has affected the browser window. How is that possible? It's possible because HTML has a loose syntax. What do I mean by loose syntax? It does not have strict rules. For example, you can put this title tag here and it will still be included in the head tag by all web browsers. All web browsers understand that people make mistakes mostly in HTML. So whenever you are running it, it will be arranged in a proper way for you. Wherever you put it, it will be arranged in a proper way for you. If we were to inspect this with Chrome or our Kiwi browser, or we were to inspect it with Chrome on laptop or our Kiwi browser, we will be able to see that this title tag has been shifted inside the head tag. Let me show you what I mean. If we were to inspect this using Kiwi browser or Chrome on laptop, that is Kiwi browser on Android or Chrome on laptop, it would be like this. Instead of the way we just did it, it would be like this. So it will be that the title tag is within the head tag. So that is how it is. It is automatically arranged for you. So that is the end of this